Hello, I'm Mark Davis. Welcome to the February 23rd edition of PAR Tuesday News Review, your timely source of news that is important to the IDA providers and our community. I hope everyone has had a good start to this week. Vaccine distribution is picking up as more IDA providers are able to access Pfizer vaccines. There is a week or more delay, however, in the distribution of the Moderna second doses, as an inventory problem is leaving many providers short on vaccines. PAR estimates at least 450 people at our members will be impacted, with about 60% of those being staff and about 40% being individuals with IDA. PAR continues to work with the governor's office on vaccine distribution, communication, and hesitancy. The Pennsylvania state budget hearings are scheduled in the House Appropriations Committee. The committee hearings are live streamed, with the Department of Human Services being scheduled to begin their testimony on March 3rd. We encourage you to watch. The next federal COVID-19 relief package is expected to pass by the end of next week. Indications are that the state and local government allocation and the HCBS specific FMAP bump of 7.35% remains in the language. We're hopeful that both of these will stay through passage. If you haven't already, please reach out to Senator Bob Casey and thank him for his leadership on the inclusion of the HCBS-specific FMAP bump. It has been your tireless advocacy, along with Senator Casey's leadership, that this was accomplished. We must keep sharing our message with our congressional delegation, as well as with our governor's office and state legislators. We need to continue to communicate that IDA providers have struggled for years with significant underfunding and are now being hit hard with a combination of lost revenue and increased costs due to the pandemic. Providers are battling to stay in business with rising costs for PPE, hazard pay, overtime, sanitation, and other increased expenses associated with the pandemic. We're at a critical point with both state and federal relief funding decisions. Please be clear to your state and federal representatives that relief funding for IDA providers is desperately needed now, so that providers are able to pay their staff an adequate wage to ensure that individuals with IDA get the supports they need to stay healthy and safe during the pandemic. PAR was on a call last week with the Federal Administration for Community Living Acting Administrator and Assistant Secretary for Aging, Allison Barkoff. Allison shared ACL's priorities. Their top priority is COVID and everything associated with the pandemic. Next, increased access to crucial services and supports, as well as equity and social justice. She spoke of providing necessary supports for individuals and providers. PAR looks forward to continuing our partnership with ACL and Allison to improve the lives of people with IDA and DSPs. Thanks for tuning in to PAR TNR. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you next week.